What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the NOA podcast. Speaking as your host Tyler, I'm here on man's Trey.
You.
So we're gonna get right into it. Trey, what's up? What's up on the docket today?
So the topic for today is choosing friends and essentially choosing friends that help you level up. Why is this important? Why is this something that everyone needs to have in their life? Essentially, that's the topic for the day. So, first thing, I personally think choosing friends that are on the same path as you, choosing friends that are essentially pushing you to be better, i.e., if they're going to the gym. Tyler was a very big proponent of me getting into the gym. Before Tyler, I never really went to the gym. I think I might have worked out once or twice in high school, and that was just because we had gym. After
You had
that,
no choice.
yeah, exactly. That was for class. After that, there was really no like working out, and also having someone who's like willing to push you. A big thing. He's a very supportive friend in this regard. Like I remember when I was doing like 10-pound weights on my bench, and like for guys, it could be a little bit emasculated sometimes. Like, damn, I can't even push this up. But like he was always motivating. He was like, come on, bro, you got this. So having someone there who can push you and like make you better definitely is something that like every person wants to have in their life and every person should strive to have in their life. Having friends around you that's going to influence you to do bad things, having friends around you that's going to tell you, hey, try this drug, or hey, let's go drinking and driving, or hey, let's go doing essentially things that aren't beneficial to your life, things that are just going to help you grow as a human being, things that are going to challenge you as a man or as a woman, is not going to serve you. A lot of people are followers. They tend to follow their friends, and they tend to follow their friends who might not be doing really well. So, especially for y'all young men, you need to be the leader. Try your best to, if you can't influence those around you to do good, or find people that you can be influenced by to do good. But that's what I really say about it.
It's like the cliche saying, "You are who you spend time with."
Yeah. Show
You
me your
are,
5 friends,
and I'll show you who you are. I'll
yep,
show you your future.
yep,
And it is very important because I did notice, and we had fun in college. I mean, we weren't big partiers, but don't get me wrong, we definitely did go out. We definitely did go to parties and
of
stuff like
course,
that. But
of
I
course.
did notice that I was living more of that life where like I drank more, smoked more, stayed up late when I was around a certain type of people.
Definitely,
Like they influenced me and they influenced some
definitely.
of my behaviors.
Yeah,
And then when
definitely.
I got, friends who were more focused, cared more about school, cared more about their career, cared more about maybe making money and elevating,
Yep.
I noticed I started to change. And I think back on freshman year, like there were times, and this went both ways, where like I was sitting doing an essay and Trey was playing video games,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden he starts working on schoolwork, and vice versa. I come in and he's doing schoolwork, and like I'll play like a game of Madden, and I'm like,
All
all right,
right, you
let
see your
me,
homie
yeah,
working, you see
facts,
your homie
facts.
working, like, all right, now I
All
got to
right,
do
let me
something too,
stop.
yeah.
But it's truly where you want to go, and who you decide to spend your time with, and who you want to be around, kind of dictates where you want to go. Yeah, everyone lives their own life and does their own thing, but like as people, bro, we really do influence each other. Like we have pretty
Heavy,
big influences
definitely,
on each other,
definitely.
and it's always important to find somebody. And I always use this analogy was always used in the gym, but I do try to also apply this to, like everyday life. But like my dad told me, like you always want to work out with someone who's stronger than you, and the reason is because they're going to pull you up. They're going to pull you to try to get you to their level. They're going to push you harder. They're going to tell you to put more weight on. And obviously, you might not get as strong as them, but them pushing you has now managed to get you stronger. So you're in a whole different place you once was. So to use that outside of the sense is just finding friends who you notice are doing the right things, are where you would like to be, or you see them striving to be there. And it kind of gets you in a point where you're like, damn, okay, maybe I should start working a little bit more. Maybe I should, stop playing video games as much. Maybe I should, read a little bit more or pick up some extra shifts at work or whatever that positiveness is. But you are who you spend your time with. Like
Yeah,
me and Trey are obviously we're different, but me and him got a lot of similar tendencies,
yeah.
and it's because we hang around
Spend a
each
lot of
other
time together.
a lot.
Frankly, from our little friend group freshman year, I kind of think God did this, but
Yeah,
like
for real.
he like separated us to where, and it was just for a little bit, it was
It was
really
just
just
us.
us
Yeah.
because I believe he realized we had the same mannerisms, the same mentalities, and we also wanted to be better.
Yeah.
We wanted to be great, so we pushed ourselves to do so. We constantly push ourselves to do so, even today. And kind of going off your point, I heard something similar. My mom told me I was gonna be the dumbest person in the room. Now that don't mean be
Be an
stupid,
idiot,
but like it means you're surrounding yourself with people who are intellectuals, people who can teach you and or who are willing to teach you. You know, so that's something that I try my best to do, especially when I'm picking my friends, finding people who have knowledge about things that I don't know about, especially things I might be really interested in, and then showing actual genuine interest in those things, showing actual genuine, because at the end of the day, it's not just one-sided wherein I'm just taking all the information from them and I'm not trying to give any value. You still have to bring value to people's lives. So I try to bring the gifts that I have either been given throughout life or things that I have learned to see if I can apply them to their lives. Maybe there's something they can learn from me and vice versa. So I think this is one of the things that so many people we lack today in the modern era, it seems. You know, a lot of people are just following people for fun or following people for, I guess, like the moment or the fad or whatever it is. And at the end of the day, especially if like you're young and watching this, you need to surround yourself with either like-minded people or just like people who you see going somewhere in life. You know, if you want to be a millionaire, you're not going to surround yourself with people who don't have millions. You try to find those people who are working on that or who already have that so they can tell you, hey, this is how I did it, this is how you're going to do it too. You want to get into real estate, you first surround yourself with people who either have real estate or really want to get into real estate and they're pushing themselves to do so. You don't surround yourself with someone who's just going to be gaming all day if you want to get into real estate, because how is that going to do anything for you, you know?
It's not going to help you at all, you know. If you're around 9 broke people, 9 out of 10, you're probably going to be the 10th one. It's just, it is what it is.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly. And I feel like a lot of people feed off of people's energies. And, you know, to a certain extent, everybody wants to be a leader, but there are definitely a lot of followers.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to follow somebody who's just doing the bad things.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's kind of hard to...
Not all leaders are good.
Yeah. And it's hard to, like, stay on the right track and try to do the right things. Like, and I understand. We all mess up, and we all have times when we want to kind of have fun and let loose. But
because a lot of the times the right thing's boring. But,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
That's the reason it's the right thing, because it's not supposed to give you pleasure immediately, you know? Yeah. It's supposed to lead to something greater than yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know? So a lot of the things that are fun now, give you pleasure now, it's short-term pleasures.
Yeah.
Which is, at the end of the day, it's very fleeting. It's shortcoming. It's not something that's going to last forever. Yeah. You're always searching for the next high, as they say. And
you want to be around people who can see the future. And what I mean by that is, like, just see long-term. Their thinking is long-term.
Exactly.
They're not thinking like, hey, right now, let's just go have fun. Let's just go drink all the time. Let's all go do this.
Yep.
You want to be around people who trying to set themselves up for the future so that they going to be straight in the future. And then if they choose to have a family, their family going to be straight in the future. Because don't get me wrong, it is fun now to, like, go out, party, have fun, travel, go all over the place.
Absolutely.
But, like, how my mentality is, I know Trey's the same way. Like, I'm also trying to live a good life at, like, 50.
Yeah.
Like, I'm also trying to enjoy my life when I'm older. I do understand that it does take some sacrifice now in order to get that type of life when I'm older. I don't want to just have all my fun now and then, like, I'm 50.
And now I got to work again.
And now I'm, like, working so freaking hard all the time. I'm trying to make sure my retirement is straight. If I have a family, I'm trying to make sure they're straight. I'm stressing now, all the other stuff. And it's like, I would rather work now when, at this very moment, you know, got no dependence.
Frankly, I've been hearing this saying going around lately. There's a lot of life after 40. So, like, you just go, you know, party hard all through your 20s and 30s, and then you hit 40. Now, what are you really expecting to do? You gotta have some kind of, you know, fallback plan, some kind of thing that you have been working on for yourself personally that, like, you see growth in, you know? I mean, I know maybe not everybody wants greatness, but at the end of the day, what your version of that is, you should be working towards. Yeah. It's different for everybody.
And who you are around, who you surround yourself, that's going to impact how hard you actually going to work for that greatness, for that goal. Okay. Me and Trey have certain goals. We both try to motivate each other to reach said goals, you know. Yeah, we have some goals that are the same, but we do have some goals that are different.
Individual.
But we do try to make sure that no matter what, both of us are working toward that goal. And sometimes we'll be verbal and we'll say, like, hey, did you do this today? There have been many times Trey's like, oh, hey, did you edit a video today? And, like, that's kind of his way of kind of keeping me in check, like making sure that I actually am working toward my goals and vice versa. I'll ask him about his architecture and see the type of stuff he has worked towards. And that's our way of kind of making sure, like, hey, we're staying on track. And I don't know how Trey feels, but like whenever he asks me a question and like I didn't do it and I'm like, nah, I didn't, I do feel bad. I'm
Because at the
like,
end of the day, you want to make your friends proud of you, you
yeah.
know? So, like, I would definitely agree with Tyler. A lot of what drives me is, like, doing my, one, of course, just my personal goals for myself, but, like, also wanting the people around me to be proud of me. So, like, I want to make sure I'm getting my work done. I want to make sure I'm actually working on my architecture. I want to make sure I'm actually sending out job applications. All those kinds of things, because, like, when those questions do come, you have the answer that like
Facts.
makes you feel good.
Feel
Like, yeah, I
good.
did do that today, bro. And you have
Right.
actual proof to show, and you know we can talk about it or whatever it was. You know, whether it be moms, pops, brothers, sisters, your homies, like it don't really matter. You use those people because one, you want to make them proud. They want to see you accomplish your goals, and of course, kind of like what we're saying, having those like-minded people around you, they will be genuinely happy for you because they've seen the kind of work ethic you have, what you put into it, the type of time that you're on, and at the end of the day, when it all pays off, all y'all get to celebrate.
And even if you don't got friends that go, I mean, you should have friends that should be comfortable enough to keep you in check.
True.
And like say something to
No
you.
yes men.
But even if you don't have friends like that, but you have friends that are on the right path, you just watching them doing the right thing, eventually you're going to start to be like, dang, what am I doing? I should kind of get my life in order.
Yeah.
Over time, just being around someone who's constantly working towards something or constantly trying to reach their goal or constantly trying to better themselves, even if you're not on that type of time,
Yep.
eventually just being around them
It rubs off on you.
it's just going to rub off.
It rubs
And
off
next
on
thing you know, it might not be what they're trying to strive, but you going to try
Your
to
version of
create
that.
your own version
Your own
of
version of that.
greatness and work towards that. So it's definitely important to be very, very smart who you decide to surround yourself with. But
Absolutely.
that's pretty much the end of it.
For real.
Thank you guys for watching.
Appreciate
we
you.
appreciate you guys for tuning in, and see you on the next one.
Take care.
Peace.